Okay, now as I stated at the beginning of this training, for the most part, this is a momentum system, but there is a way to trade inside the RS lines. However, if you decide to do so, you should basically have a wide enough range to make some money in. Basically, we just measure the distance of the top and the bottom line and wait for price to get to either one. Then we look to see if the market will break out or reverse. This is where our other indicators can come in handy as well. Let's go ahead and take a look now. Okay, looking at the market right here. If I see this range, I may not be inclined to say, okay, yeah, this is good. This is somewhere I want to trade in inside the RS lines. You can do it, but it's probably better to wait till it breaks outside to see if there's momentum in the market. But you can trade inside the lines, counter trend trading. So to see if there's potential for profit, I just come up here and measure from top to the bottom. I use the crosshair tool. That's right here. Click on that, put it on the top line, left click and hold, and drag it down to the bottom line. Okay, there's potential for 65 pips in there. Now you have to decide as a trader, depending on your trading style, like we talk about, and what kind of trader are you, is this worth trading? That's what you have to figure out. Is this worth trading? Okay, I'm looking at this on a 5-minute chart. Maybe if it was on a higher time frame, maybe it would be worth trading, or maybe not. Maybe it's just better just to wait for it to break out like it does right here in this area. But if you did come in here and you tried to trade this, one, you got to be aware of the time frame that you're in to see if there's any momentum in the market, any volatility. Two, your stop has to be very tight, because if you take too many of these and it's not working for you, immediately you can start taking so many losses that you just get chopped up. So once again, what do? You just use the tactics that you learned on the Insider Code Kit and come and look and say, okay, if it gets to the top, I'm going to wait to see if it's going to break above there, and then I'm going to place my stop right below that line. Okay, obviously this trade doesn't work out. It comes in, it comes out, it breaks on that candle, and then it closes back down, and it continues to move down, and boom. Okay, now right here we get a test of this support line. At that point, we see that it cannot break out. Now this may have our eyes open to say, okay, wow, it's tried to come down here. The candles are getting smaller. It can't break out. Now we get a touch on this candle right in here. Right now, at that point, we may say, okay, we have the potential to make about 60 pips here. What will our risk be if we set it right, maybe 6 or 7 ticks, 6 or 7 points below this support line? Because we want the market, if we're wrong, we want the market to prove us wrong. We want to get out quickly. So we'll look and say, okay, the support line is at 154.88. The high of this candle right here, let me zoom in. The high of this candle is 155.03. So for that candle to break, let's just set it right below there, would be about roughly 20 pips of profit, 20 pips of risk. Okay, well, now we have to decide, do we want to take that trade? Well, okay, we had the potential to make 3 times what we're risking. Yeah, I would take that trade. And as you can see right here, I'm only taking it because I can see that the market cannot break through this area. It's coming down here. Look over here, same thing. Nothing's going on. And then look at this. The 3-bar reversal indicator is there, but then boom, all of a sudden, I see right here that it's turned around right there, and now the 3-bar reversal indicator is moving as if I'm in a buying position instead of a selling position right here. That's an indicator that this thing may turn around. As you can see, it does. Now at this point, you could have let it manage the trade. If you'd got in right there, you'd have got stopped out at 6 pip of profit. But since we're in this example, since we're looking to trade the range, then we're going to hold. Now maybe we take some profits off the table when it gets to the median line, the middle line right here. But for the most part, though, we had the potential to make 3 times what we're risking. So that's a pretty good position to be in. And that's probably the only time that I would look to trade inside the ranges. One, when there's potential for, at least 2 times what I'm risking. And if there's a wide enough range. If the range is only like 10, 15 pips or something like that, that's just not worth it. So There is a way to trade inside the ranges. Once again, you can come down here. You can use your indicators to help you filter a trade. But sometimes you may get something like this, and you still get it showing that it's all red. So you may say, okay, well, I want to wait until I see some buying coming in, which you see right here. Or I just may want to use the map to see when it changes. Okay, I see that I come here, boom. This is the candle that couldn't really break through. Now, it's not always going to come down and touch exactly the line. Sometimes you'll be 2-3 pips away from it. But I see that, okay, this is the candle that I'm watching right here. It couldn't break. So now I'm looking for a break above that candle. Okay, I get the break on this candle right here. Okay, so now what do? I come down here. I check my indicators. It's still red right there. Maybe that's not good. I come down here. Okay, I see that it's neutral. It was red. Now it's neutral, meaning that the strength to selling is drying up. And then boom, it goes green. At that point, it goes green on this candle right here. If I enter on that candle, I would have still about 23 pips of profit. So I'm still in a position to make almost 3 times what I'm risking. Okay, I see that now it's going from red, and now on the 5-minute, it's starting to, some people are starting to buy. Okay, goes back to red there, and then I see more buying coming in. So this gives me a pretty good indication over here that this thing is turning around. Once again, the only way that I would look to trade inside the RS lines, it is only dependent upon if there is a good reward for profit and I've identified that there is a strong support and resistance area in that particular trade. Other than that, we just wait for the breakout and we wait for momentum. Okay, let's move on to our next section.